Hey, what's up guys? Phantom Null here again, and I'm here recording another video of City of Heroes. Another tribute to another of my characters that I enjoy. This one is Aideen of Gaia. She is a plant fire dominator, and she's pretty awesome, I gotta say. She's geared towards permadomination, predominantly, but, you know, also managed to get soft cap to smashing lethal defense, and, you know, a little bit of defense to additional types of damage, but nothing too special. She can't take on quite as dangerous enemy types as Black Rose, but she does have Seeds of Confusion, which is a cone confusion attack that is absolutely fantastic, and you'll see why as we go up against these +1 Arachnos, which are, of course, very dangerous, because they're frickin' Arachnos. Oh, jeez. Didn't see these guys. Oh, background bugging out. Okay, so we took a lot of damage there because I did not carefully survey my surroundings, but we'll be alright. Come on. Use the frickin'... yeah. Okay. And I'm going to talk through these moves as we go. Okay, let's use Hibernate, which makes you invincible while you're using it and restores your HP, but of course you cannot use any attacks while it's active. But of course, having laid down my Sleet and Ice Storm, the enemies were still taking damage, and the Cone of Confusion is still having the enemies inside fight each other that were hit by it. So, chaos. Alright, now let's begin to talk through these moves a little bit more than we did there. This character is a lot of fun at high levels because of permadom, for the most part, which makes all of your control abilities twice as effective. Alright, there we go. They're confused. This immobilizes in an area of effect, so they now cannot escape from where they're standing. That is Sleet, lowers defense, does damage, light damage. That is Snowstorm, also does damage in an area and slows enemies. Okay, he placated me, but not worried about it because he can't move. Okay, he hit me, but now he's hailed. That's Blaze right there, which is a strong single target fire attack. Her fire attacks are colored to look, you know, very much not like fire. Oh man, I was blinded and I didn't really pay attention, so I did not notice these guys down here until they were on top of me. Alright, let's lay that down. Let's lay down Ice Storm again. Immobilize the group. Fly over here. That is Fire Breath, a cone fire attack. Use Blaze. Flame Blast, I think that's called. Or Fire Blast, yeah. So I've sorted these according to damage. Flares, weakest, Fire Blast, stronger, Blaze, strongest. And those are all single target. This is a cone attack. That is a melee-based attack. Let's hold her. Oh, okay. I forgot that Night Widows are resistant to holds. Let's use our Cone of Cold, or not Cone of Cold. Dragon Age on the brain, apparently. Let's use our Cone of Confusion, or Seeds of Confusion, rather. Something like that. Throw in our Sleep attack, just in case, for anyone that it might hit that we're not hit by the other controls. Let's use Hasten, because I hadn't been paying attention to that. Use our Cone Fire attack again. Mobilize them again to make sure they're not moving. They can't get into melee range. Let's kill this Night Widow with Blaze. Fire Blast. Another Blaze. Fire Blast. Let's use our melee attack. So just kind of catches the enemy on fire and does damage over time. Finish him off with a Fire Blast. And let's move up the stairs. Yeah, I haven't shown off the area of effect hold vines, which is a lot like this with the immobilize, but they not only can they not move, but they also cannot act, so it's even more effective. So So let's start off with that here. Alright, now let's confuse them for when they wake up, or well, rather for when they can move. Let's lower their resistances, let's get some damage in there. Let's also lay down Carrion Creepers, which loads or throws in these vines, which will do damage. I believe they also have a chance to immobilize, but the primary reason I use them is for the damage, because along with, of course, my my other patches in Sleet and the Ice Storm, that's just a huge storm of damage. Slower down on the chat log. Oh, and I also actually forgot to throw out my pet here. Too busy explaining, not thinking about using my normal tactics. Okay, let's go with Seeds of Confusion again. Get most of them in there, not all of them, but close enough. Sleet, Ice Storm. Let's throw down Hasten since it's up. Mobilize. Hasten didn't shoot. Okay, I get hit with a psionic attack. I'm slowed. That's a pain. But not a big deal. Let's wait until my flight comes back. I have a minus fly effect on me right now. There we go. I'm back. And better than ever. Okay. Let's show off this Spore Burst. It's a sleep attack. Should put all of them to sleep, except for that one over there. Okay, I missed a couple. That's not good. Let's use my hold attack again. Air effect hold. Okay, that took care of most of my worries. I got a lot of minus defense put on me there, which is one of the most annoying things that Arachnos does. Even if you're soft cap going in, they can bring you down from just a couple of good hits, especially from that Tarantula Mistress and higher level, or higher ranked spiders like that. So as you can see, my giant fly trap is, helping me out a little bit. I think we're going to go up here first. Looks like that's where the boss is, because you can see them doing their little punching their fist into their palm and posing. Oh, I don't have a bosses turned on. Oh well, that's fine. Okay, throw down Carrion Creepers, Ice Storm, blaze this guy, Fire Blast, and string around that chain again. Let's finish her off with the melee damage over time. Let's come down here, and my salvage is full. Now let's have at it. Once again, Cone Fire, Sleet, immobilize them, cast Hasten because it's up, Cone Fire, let's use our melee attack here, Fire Blast, done. And yeah, as you can see, I think it's pretty obvious why this character is a lot of fun to play. I mean, just the chaos you leave behind in your wake is absurd. And I really like the sort of almost elemental theme I have with her, because of course I have the Ice Mastery pool here that gives me Hibernate, Sleet, and Ice Storm, but then my attacks are fire-based, though I've colored them to be white. The idea behind this character is actually that she is a thrall of a goddess, and so she has control over herself most of the time, but not all of the time. And so she has access to, extreme power, but of course not like as though she was being actually controlled directly by the goddess. These are just abilities that she has, while she's in control. So, yeah, I kind of like the idea that, she controls the earth, as well as the elements. So, I thought that was sort of a good combination for a character that's supposed to sort of more or less have a lot of the powers of a goddess. So in this next mission, I'll do one more. I'm going to, I think I've talked through all the primary attacks. I'm going to show off the incarnate abilities a little bit. I'll actually use my pets this time, since I didn't really do that in the in my video with Black Rose of Thorns, though her pets are different, actually, than Black Rose. Phantom Radial's superior ally, which, honestly, if I had the time and stuff, you know, I would eventually pick a different pet for her, I think. The main reason I went for this pet was because they can cast... Oh gosh, what is it called? It's an empathy buff that gives you massive regen and some recharge. Because, you know, recharge is what she's all about. And the regen, because she has no direct heal, is a fantastic boon for Aideen of Gaia. So let's summon a new one of these. I wasn't sure that I still had my old one, but I did. Okay, so this is my attack, Pyronic Radial Final Judgment. This is my shield for when things get a little hairy. And these are my pets, so let's use the pets. One of them is purely support. As you can see, they're just these sort of phantoms. But yeah, that's what I was talking about. Adrenaline Boost, that's what it's called. AB, I'd forgotten. So that is going to give me some fantastic regen. To the point where I'm not going to be all that concerned about taking minor damage. As you can see, I healed up from that fireball I took directly to the face. Wasn't a big deal after that. And in addition to that, I've got one of these allies attacking as well. So my damage output is increased. But the trade-off is that these things are up for, I think, 5 minutes. And after that, it can't be used for 15. So you can't have them up all that often. But they are in-game content that you get. So, you know, it's not like you're leveling up with these. These are things to tackle the, you know, the more difficult challenges in the game with. But it's a lot of fun to just sort of use these, you know, on these standard missions and just kind of tear through stuff as well. I've got to remember to turn on bosses sometime. But, unfortunately, these behemoth overlords and just the normal behemoths have resistance to fire because, of course, they're demons. So it's, you know, it takes more time to take out these guys than it would a lot of other enemies. Okay, let's use our Cone of Fire. Let's hit up Hasten. Fix that up. That is up. I can talk, really. Okay, and for these guys, okay, we're just gonna immobilize these guys. We'll get back to them. We're gonna hold the group in here. We're going to immobilize them. We're going to cast this to lower their resistances, and then we're gonna use our Pyronic Incarnate. Bam! Just this huge fireball, which again is colored to look like the rest of her fire attacks. Which, you know, these is, it's supposed to be more of like a white flame, just kind of, you know, thematic to her goddessness, her divinity, whatever you want to call it. Alright, whoa, okay. Connection hiccup there. Uh-oh. Connection hiccup is happening again and again. A little rubber banding. Alright, immobilize. The group is small, so I'm not going to lay down my Carrion Creepers patch. Yeah, I thought there was probably more back here. But I like for them to be more bunched up when I use that. But as you can see, I mean, with these pets, I'm taking much less damage as well because they're shaving aggro off of me, which is nice. Okay, let's fly through to the back of the sewer. The main baddie might be back here, and he is. Sleet. Ice Storm. Hit me directly with a fireball. That was unkind. Alright. Let's hit up Hasten. Alright. Immobilize them once more. And line up our cone attack a little bit. We'll hit 2 of them at least. Blaze. Okay, and as you can see, my support essence has disappeared. So I'm just left with the one attacking. But this mission should be about over, so that's fine. Let's hold these guys. we're going to do the same thing we did before. Sleet, and then Incarnate Flame. Incarnate Fireball, I guess I should say. Take that guy out. That should have finished him. But with his resistance to fire, I can't be positive. If it didn't, then the Ice Storm finished him, so that's fine. Okay, Ice Storm again. Mobilize him once more. Let's use Sleet. Let's lay down Carrion Patch. Oh, actually, okay, it's the attacker that disappeared early, and the support that was still with me because he just cast AV on me once again. And I've always sort of noted that as the sign that they're about to fade away. Okay, and that's mission complete. So, you more or less can see what this build is all about from that. I mean, you just kind of control your enemies. The burst with the cone or Seeds of Confusion is just invaluable. There goes the Incarnate Pet. And, I mean, this build is just all about, you know, chaos. If you end up fighting a lot of enemies that that come at you from an unexpected angle or ambush that you didn't see coming, that kind of get the jump on you, she can be in some danger. And I would have liked to tweak her defenses in the future, but I'm not going to have time to do that, and it's really not, you know, worth bothering at this point, considering there's only 9 days left of the game. But, you know, I would have liked to give her some more energy defense, if nothing else. But yeah, as with Black Rose, I'm going to take a quick look at her costumes and her build, and then we'll call it a video. This was her original costume. Originally, her theme was sort of red. And I switched that up once I decided to go with Ice Mastery. I kind of liked the blue and white color scheme better for her. But yeah, this was her original look. And now on to her second look. Very similar. You can tell I didn't have a lot of unique ideas early on. This is just, I think it's just with a cape. I think that's the only difference. I'm not entirely sure. I think so. By the way, she is wearing shorts. It's hard to see from this angle, but yeah. And then the flame cape. I think she has a tiara on this one too. Yeah, she does, which she doesn't have on the other one. And her third costume, which is the one I ended up using through most of her leveling. Out of the three that I originally had, you know, early on in her life cycle, so to speak, I think this is my favorite. I like the puffy leg. I don't know exactly. The flared leg as it goes down. Those kind of almost Asian style pants on her better. And I like the butterfly tassel as well as the shoulder pads. Then her original, or rather her main, what has become her main look. And this is another build. I really don't even remember how deep in I made this. This was pretty deep in, I remember. But I think her powers are actually, her fire is actually colored like fire on these. Yeah, the normal fire color. And of course she's got the fiery glow in her eyes. She's got the Ascension belt, which means this was certainly made after the Incarnate unlocks. So yeah, I like that one as well. I'm a pretty big fan of the last three costumes for her, though the last two are definitely more superhero-ish. And yeah, that is her costumes. As for her build, I'm going to go over this more quickly than Black Rose, I think, because, man, that was like a third of the video. So yeah, Straggler, that's her single target hold. We have 4 Basilisk Gazes. And again, you can see the recharge bonus there. That's the main thing I went for in this build. So to get her Perma Hasten and Perma Domination. We have the purple set Coercive Persuasion, 5 of 6. Again, going for that 10% recharge. Enfeebled Operation. Here we got the 3.75% recharge, as well as a lethal smashing defense boost of 1.56, because with her, I went for typed defense rather than positional defense. We have Unbreakable Constraint, 5 of 6. Again, going for the 10% recharge, another purple set. Another purple set, Fortunata Hypnosis, 5 of 6, again, the 10% recharge. Positron's Blast, 5 of 6. We left out the proc on this one because I wasn't willing to give up any of the other bonuses that I got. Particularly, usually I would drop range if it was an AoE attack, but this is actually a cone. So, oh no, wait, this is Carrion Creepers. My bad. I was thinking that was Fire Breath. But yeah, for this one, let me backtrack a little. Disregard what I said there. For this one, it's because the procs on patches only work like every 10 seconds, or have a chance to proc every 10 seconds that the power is active. And this is a long recharge power, so I think I got more mileage out of all the others. And as for the damage range, I just wanted the damage out of it more than I wanted the chance for energy damage proc. Expedient Reinforcement, this is for the Fly Trap. 4 or 5, again going for the recharge bonus, 6.25%. Flares, we have Decimation, 5 of 6, going for the 6.25 recharge. I mean, of course we're getting other, nice bonuses along with the recharge I'm going for, and I sort of went for the best that I could of both worlds, but the recharge was the main thing. Again, Crushing Impact, the 5% recharge. Ragnarok, we have 5 of 6 again, going for the 10% recharge. Decimation, 5 of 6, going for the 6.25% recharge. And these are all my fire powers, of course. Embrace of Fire, a single recharge IO, because with all of her recharge, that's all she needs. Blaze, we have 5 of 6. And for this one, Blaze is just so powerful that, I wanted this one to have a, great slotting. So it worked out, and then I was able to get, fantastic recharge out of it, as well as, really good slotting in terms of damage. For Brawl, this is just a slot mule. 4 slots, going for the lethal smashing defense of 3.75%, because I was able to get her soft cap to smashing and lethal damage. Again, Sprint, we have the stealth IO to give her some measure of stealth if I want to just rush a mission. Didn't bother slotting the Prestige run powers because I never used them. Rest, just to heal. Why not? Swift of Flight, Hurdle a Jump, Health, we have plus Recovery, Miracle, and Numina Convalescence Regen, Recovery bonus. Stamina, this is how I slot Stamina on every character, because I found it to be the most efficient slotting. We have Performance Shifter, In-Mod Recharge, In-Mod Accuracy, and chance for plus Endurance, which of course gives us a bonus to Movement, which, Maximum Health, which is great, and Recovery, which is great. Hover, we have a increased recharge speed, 7.5, Luck of the Gambler. Flight, we have a knockback reduction, which is the only she has, because as a largely support toon, it was less... She's less likely to be hit by melee knockback effects, so I thought that 4 knockback protection was enough. Hasten, 3 slotted with recharge. Boxing, again we have the kinetic combat set, going for the bonus to smashing lethal. Tough, we have resistance plus 3 defense to all. We have defense endurance, and defense increased global recharge, getting us a increase to our maximum health and a modest regen bonus. Maneuvers, which is, we got that to kind of push us over the edge of the smashing lethal bonus, and as well for the slotting of the plus 7.5% recharge to all. Hibernate, a single recharge. I would love to be able to slot that with more, but her build is really tight as is, so that is what it is. If she gets in a tight spot in, more than, gosh, it's like a 5-minute recharge or something, that recharge isn't accurate because she has perma hasten. But yeah, it's a long recharge, basically. So, if she gets in a tight spot more than every, 3 or 4 minutes at least, she's kind of SOL. Frozen Armor, same slotting as we had for Weave. Again, getting us a maximum health bonus and a regen bonus. Positron Blast 4 or 5. Skipping the accuracy damage this time because for Ice Storm, I was just kind of looking to squeeze out any and all damage I could because I use that almost every group because of the delicious recharge she's got going on. And Sleet, a single recharge, because the main thing that I use Sleet for is due to the awesome minus resistance effect that it has, which softens them up for, of course, Ice Storm, which does good damage. For carrying creepers, if it's up, and that's 3 patches, and between them, it's just mad damage, and it's awesome. Then I stack that with Fire Breath, as you saw, and you know, maybe my not Roots. Yeah, it is Roots. Yeah, with Roots to do a little bit of damage, and that generally will take out almost all minions and lieutenants in a group. If there's anyone left, I just hit them with Blaze. And yeah, that's kind of how I roll. You know, every now and then against tougher opponents, I'll slip in Incinerate at melee range. But since I had bosses turned off, you didn't really get to see that, unfortunately. But yeah, more or less, I think that's a good overview of how she operates in her build, as well as her costumes, and, you know, a little bit about her concept. So again, this is Aideen of Gaia, and like Black Rose of Thorns, she has hailed from the Virtue server. There will be more of these videos to come over the next 9 days. So look forward to that if you're at all interested. And again, thank you for your support, and I'll see you guys next time.